Hello and welcome back. Let's look into the question for this video. So we have to find the numbers which are appearing at least 3 times consecutively. So this is our input table and this is the output that we want. So if you see over here, 1 is appearing 3 times consecutively. So 1 should be the part of a table. Now this is not appearing 3 times consecutively. So definitely this is not the part of a table. Again, 1 shouldn't be the part of the table. Also, 2 is not appearing 3 times consecutively. So this will also be not the part of our output. So I hope I'm clear with the question. Let's see how we can solve this. So rather than finding numbers which are appearing 3 times consecutively, we are going to find the numbers which are appearing 2 times consecutively. So first we'll look into this logic, we'll understand it, and then we'll move to finding the numbers which are appearing 3 times consecutively. Okay, so here you can see this is the input table. 1 is appearing 2 times, yeah, and 2 is also appearing 2 times. So basically this is the output that we are expecting. Fine. Now in order to solve this, what we are going to do is we are going to make use of self join. So you can see over here, this is our input table, and here this is the same table. So we are joining the same table, so it's a self join. So let's see that this table name is L1 and this table name is L2. Yeah, so it's the same table, but we have given different names to this table. Now how we are going to join it? So you can see that this column is coming from L1, this column is coming from L1, this column is coming from L2, and this column is coming from L2. Okay, so how we have joined it? So these numbers are coming from L1 and these numbers are coming from L2. So if you see over here, what we are doing is while we are joining, we have the condition that L1.id is equals to L2.id minus 1. So what does that mean? So if I talk about the first row, L1.id is 1 and L2.id minus 1 is this. So 2 minus 1 will give 1. So we are going to join these two rows. In the same way, if I talk about the next row, so 2, 1, this is coming from L1 and we are joining the next row of L2 with this row of L1. So this is the logic that we are applying while joining the table. Okay. Now, once we have the join table, yeah, this is a join table that we have. Now, what we have to do is we have to find the consecutive numbers. So in order to do that, we are applying a filter where L1 dot number equals to L2 dot number. So what we are doing is that whenever we have L1 dot number and whenever we have L2 number, so whenever these are equal, then we want to return this in our output. Yeah, that's a filter condition. So here again, this will again be our output. Now this will not be the output. Why? Because 1 and 2. So these are not same, these are not equal. So this will not be the output and so on and so forth. So why we have applied this condition? Because it's very simple. If you see, what we are doing is we are getting this from here, yeah, and this from here. So we are just checking if this and this are equal. So it means this and this, if they are equal, it means this number is consecutive number. Yeah. So we are going to have this number in our desired output. So I hope I'm clear with the solution of finding the numbers which are appearing twice consecutively. So let's see this logic applied on the database tables. You can see that I have created the table. I have inserted the data into the table. I'll provide you the code in the description of the video. Now, this is our table and you can see that here I have added more numbers. Yeah, you can see over here. So we have got a lot of numbers. So it's a bigger table than what I showed you on the slides. Okay, so here you can see it's the same logic what I explained it to you. It's just that I'm adding distinct to it. And the only reason is that if I do not add distinct, so whenever it sees any consecutive number, it is going to return that. So I want to return the distinct numbers rather than every time a number is appearing consecutively. So here I've applied distinct and you can see the results. Perfect, simple. Okay, now let's move to the next part of the query. So we don't have to find the numbers that are appearing twice consecutively. Rather, we have to find the numbers that are appearing thrice consecutively. So let's see the logic for same. Now you can see over here, this is our input table. Yeah. And now this time, because we want to find the numbers which are appearing thrice consecutively, we have joined this table 3 times. So again, it's a self join. If you see, the logic is very same as that of the previous query. It's just that now we are joining it times. So how we are joining? If you see over here, this is a join table. So this row is joined. So this row is joined with this row, and this row is joined with then this row. So you can see over here, this is coming from L1, this is coming from L2, and this is coming from L3. Yep. And then once we have the join table, then we are applying the filter. How we are applying the filter? So basically we want to see if this number is equals to this number is equals to this number. If these three numbers are equal, then we are going to return this. Yeah, simple. So while joining, if you can see over here, so here I have three table, L1, L2. So first I'm joining L1 and L2 on the same condition which we discussed for the previous case. And then we are further joining it with L3, this one. And the condition over here is L1.id equals to L3.id minus 2. Why? Because in this case, it was this, and then it is this. So this and this. Yeah. So, and once we have the join table, we have already discussed this. All you have to do is you have to filter. So this is how we are doing the filter. Now this is simple. Yep. So let me quickly show you in the database. Here we go. You can see again the same logic. Just that here we are finding the numbers that are appearing 3 times consecutively. So we are again doing the self join, but we are doing it 3 times. Yeah. L1, L2, L3, as you can see. Now this is okay. But tell me one thing. Right now it's okay. You just had to find the numbers which are appearing thrice consecutively. What if you have to find the numbers which are appearing 10 times consecutively? So are you going to write self join 10 times? No, right? That's not the right approach. So let's look into the other solution, which is way better than this solution, because with that solution, you can find the numbers which are appearing n times consecutively. So again, we have the same input table. So the first step would be creating the CT. Now we are going to add one more column to this table. As you can see, there's one more column. Now this column is using window function. So what we are doing is we are using window function row number, and here we are partitioning it by number. So what does that mean? It simply means that as soon as you have a new number, it is going to start from 1. So you can see over here 1 1. So it is saying 1 2. As soon as we have a new number, then it is starting with 1. So 1 2 3, because it's 2 2 2. And again we have a new number, again it is starting from 1. So this is the column that we have added to our input table. Okay, I hope this step is clear. Let's move on to the next step. So we have got this intermediate table from the previous step. Now what we are doing in this step is we are adding one more column, as you can see on my screen, group. So GRP group. So here what we are doing is how we are calculating this column. So we are simply subtracting ID with RN. So we are subtracting this with this. As you can see, this with this with this. Yeah, and so on and so forth. So there's a pattern to it. If you just see it, maybe I want you guys to pause the video and see what's a pattern over here. There's some pattern to it. So if you see the pattern is that ID minus Rn, this will remain constant. So it will always stay constant for consecutive numbers. So if you see over here, we have a consecutive number. This is constant. We have the consecutive number. This is constant, and so on and so forth. Now, why is it so? If you think logically, it's very simple. See, ID is in incremental order. It is increasing by 1. So Rn, if I talk about Rn, this is again in the increasing order. Yeah. And it is again increasing by 1. So see, if you're over here also, suppose it will start from 1. So the difference would be 1 minus 3 minus 1 would be 2. If you're on the next row, this will increment by 1. Also, this will increment by 1 because it's consecutive number. So again, the difference would remain same. Yeah, 2. So in this way, we have a pattern over here. Now, once we have this table, all we are doing is we are doing a group by GRP. So you can see over here that 0, 2 and 5. Yeah, 0, 2 and 5. We have got uh, three groups. Yeah, and then we are also counting that how many times uh, each group has appeared. Okay, each number has appeared. So this has appeared twice, 2 has appeared thrice, and so on and so forth. Now once we are done till here, then all we have to do is we have to filter our result using having clause, having count greater than equal to, in our case 3, because that's a requirement. But let's say you want to find the numbers which are appearing 10 times consecutively. So here you can simply replace it with 10. Let's say you want to find the numbers which are appearing 50 times consecutively. So here all you have to do is you have to replace this number with 50. So if you write your query this way, then you can find the consecutive numbers appearing n times without doing the self join, repeating the self join again and again. Let me quickly show you the solution on the database. You can see over here, this is the whole query. So first I've created a CT. Once I have the CT, then I have created one column GRP. Okay, now this is also CT. So I've created two CT if you see. This CT and this CT. Now once I have this table, then what I'm doing is I'm grouping by number GRP and then I'm also filtering the data. Okay, and here let me change to 4. Perfect, we have got the result. Let me change to 3. Perfect. Let me try with 5. Let's see if we have number appearing 5 times consecutively or not. Oh, we have a number. Let me see. Yes, we have a number. So there's no number which is appearing 6 times consecutively. So if I run this, you can see that it is not returning any number. So that's all for this video. I hope I'm clear with the solution. If you have any questions, you can drop the questions in the comment section of the video. Thank you so much for watching and all the very best.